children, I'm Ms. Rishika. Today in this video we are going to do the lesson accounting concept, or we call them accounting principles for grade 8. Now we'll see what are accounting concepts. Accounting concepts are the rules that you have to follow when you are recording the transactions that you do day to day in business. So here it says these are the rules that need to be followed when preparing financial accounts. That means whenever you do transactions, you have to follow these rules to make your final accounts. We call them financial accounts. So here are some financial statements I have mentioned. The first one is the income statement, where we record all the incomes and the expenses according to the financial year. And the second statement is the statement of financial position, where we include all the assets and the liabilities of the business. Now these are the 6 types of accounting concepts that we are going to learn. The first concept is the consistency concept. Second one, the prudence concept. The third one is accruals, materiality concept, money measurement concept, and the last one, the business entity concept. But make sure that you memorize. There is another concept. We call it going concern concept. This is not in your syllabus, but I'll just explain what it means. Going concern concept. We'll start with the going concern concept. Going concern concept means you have to start a business hoping that you are going to do it for several years. Not to start today and finish it tomorrow itself, but hoping, assuming that you are going to do the business for several years, that you are going to last for a few years. So it indicates the going concern concept, but you don't have in your syllabus, but I'll just explain. Now we'll see, according to the syllabus, our first concept is the consistency concept. It says this concept requires that similar items are treated in the same way, not only in the one period, but in also in subsequent period. That means continuously. Okay, you have to use it continuously. For an example, if you start to use a method of depreciation at the very first year of the business, that same method should be used to the next years, following years as well. Okay, so the consistency concept tells you whatever the methods, what are the rules, the ways that you have started to use at the very beginning of the business, the same method, the same way you have to continuously use for the following years. So example, I have given the method of depreciation. In a future you will be learning there are few depreciation methods. So if you select one of the methods as your depreciation method, then that same method should be used for the following years. Now the second concept is the prudence concept. This concept indicates or states that the accountants should not overstate their revenue and also overstate their revenue and assets, and understate their expenses and their liabilities. So the accountants, the ones who are preparing, the ones who are keeping, bookkeepers, should always try to show the true color of the business. They should not overvalue their assets and incomes, and also they should not undervalue their expenses and liabilities. So in this prudence concept, it says the businesses or the one who's recording the transaction, the accountants or the bookkeepers, should always make sure that you show the true amounts, the true value, true profit of the business. Next concept is accrual concept. In this concept, it says the profit of the business is the difference between the revenues and the expenses. Okay, doesn't matter whether you received on cash or not, whether you paid on cash or not, all the revenues and the expenses should be recorded in the bank in the statements of financial. So for an example, assume for the 2016 you have to pay 20,000 as your rent, but you paid only 18,000. So from these two numbers, two values, which amount you will be recording in the financial statement? The amount 20,000, because 20,000 whether you paid or not related with the financial year, that is 20,000. So only you paid on cash this 18,000, but according to the financial year 20,000 is the amount which is related with the financial year 2016. So accrual concept says the profit is not the difference between the actual revenue and the actual expense. Doesn't matter whether you received on cash or not, or whether you paid on cash or not, all the expenses and revenue should be recorded. So here, even though you paid only 18,000, this 20,000 is the amount which is related with the financial year. So in the financial statement, this amount only you have to record. Next one, materiality concept. This concept tells you even though the value of an item relatively small, like for an example, the bus fare 100 rupees or a box of stapler pins, less amount, but when you do continuously the same transaction, it creates a large value. For an example, today you traveled by a bus and spent 100 pounds. But it's 100 pounds and so you cannot omit it or you cannot skip it. Why? If you travel several times, then 100, it makes a big value. So even though relatively small item or transactions which has a small amount should not be omitted or should not be skipped from the books. So what you have to do, you have to collect all the small expenditures. We call small expenditures not material, but without recording them in separated accounts, you take them as a group and at once you will be recording. So that's why for small quantities or the small amount of transactions, we are recording in a prime entry book. We call it petty cash book. Okay, so even though the amount is very small, the expenditure amount is very small, we cannot omit it or we cannot skip it. What you have to do? You have to collect them as a group and you have to record them in a specific book, but not separated accounts, but all together as one you have to record. So we are recording in the petty cash book. Now we look at the next concept. It says money measurement concept. That means when you are recording the transactions which has a monetary value, we call which can be valued using a currency, those transactions only will be recorded in the accounting books. That means if you sold your goods 10,000, if sold goods for 10,000, only this 10,000 will be recorded. Why? Because only that one has the monetary value. If you smiled at the customer, you cannot write 100 pounds like that. Okay, so feelings, affections, those they don't have a monetary value, so those are not recorded in the accounts. So money measurement concept tells you only record the transaction which has a monetary value. Monetary value means which can be measured using a currency. The last one is the business entity concept. This one says you have to treat the owner of the business and the business as two separate people. Okay, that means when you are recording the assets, the motor vehicle which belongs to the business will be recorded. Only the motor vehicle which belongs to the business will be recorded. You cannot record the personal vehicle of the owner in the books. Okay, so business entity concept what tells you to treat the owner and the business as two separate people. So that's why even though the owner is there, the owner takes place, or owner took goods or money, that will be recorded in the books separately. Why? Because even though he is the owner, we have to separately treat him and the business. So business entity concept tells you have to treat the owner and the business two separate. So here when you are recording as an asset, motor vehicle which belongs to the business will be recorded, but you cannot enter in the books the personal vehicle of the owner. So my dear children, there were 6 concepts. We learned all 6 concepts. There were consistency, prudence, accrual, money measurement, materiality, and the last one was business entity concept. So I hope you understood these concepts. Only these 6 concepts are there in your syllabus. So I hope you understood. You can refer the book for more details. Thank you children. God bless you and stay safe.